Okay, I'm back. I want to do more sketching, so I figured I might as well do another live stream. I'm going to do this one with the little hands. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. But it has these little Grinch hands and a heart, and I thought that was cute. And I guess I'm going to label this poster art. And I guess really that's what this is. Instead of me using pencils and stuff, I'm just using chalk, and that's okay. Alright. I'll just use this brown one to sketch it out. This is good. But I'm enjoying my day off a lot. I'm working a lot though. Let's see. I'll be working 17 hours tomorrow. I've actually done nothing with Facebook today. I was thinking about going to stream over there, but my computer doesn't like the stream over there for some reason. Oh, thank you for taking them out.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to.
Yeah.
Alright, I just want to let you know I was getting ready to. He was just being
Right.
patient. Alright, Chong. I love you too. Don't touch any of the paint. I don't want you to get hurt. Alright. And I'm just sketching this up, these little hands. These are little tiny French hands. Curl this way. And then it comes around like that for the heart. And this will be coming down here. Alright. Good for a rough sketch. Well, this is really all you're doing is rough sketching until you get to where you want to be. And I want to kind of try to angle this because this is where it gets tricky. So I'm going to do the heart. I'm going to finish the heart actually. I'm going to sketch this heart out this way. We're going to center it around the heart. I feel that would be better. Alright. And then this finger is going to extend this way. Not that way. That's why you really need the paint sometimes. Honestly. Okay, there we go. Shade that in because there was mistakes made there. So no worries, that side's safe. So and I went an inch this way, so I got like that much wiggle room with that. So it's basic geometry, I guess, at this point. Pulling this out, just mashing into the other side. Because this drawing is very symmetrical. So remember your angles and your different shapes as you're doing it. Okay. Well, this, I think I'm going to come around towards here. And start this way. I am doing tarot card readings too, guys. Oh, Thank you. I gotta get all these done because I get these people at work that, all my friends that really want these. And I gotta get these like up to pristine shape because this is everybody's Christmas present. Because I'm cheap. Okay. This one's gonna come up here. Go here to the little pinky. This way. That way. And then this finger goes this way. They kind of shadow each other. Okay. And this one down here comes up. And for that. A little Grinch hand. Here I make a fun painting. And it shows the little heart here. Getting bigger. So I think I'm just gonna hand paint the other stuff. I just think I'm gonna put like little snow around it. So I'm gonna start actually painting now. But if you want a tarot reading, I have my cards over here too. I just have things I do because it's the season and I have so much to do with painting. I'm constantly in the mood doing all kinds of stuff. And I'm gonna try to get out as much of these while I'm doing all my holiday crafts. Try to do my tarot readings with all my holiday crafts. I do them every year because it's ritual for me. And if I don't do this little ritual of mine, it's very sad for me. And I feel like it's not the holidays. I know it sounds stupid, but this is what I like to do, and it makes my life a little bit easier sometimes. Sometimes a little bit of painting and I guess just getting to know your own self sometimes leads to bigger things. And I do enjoy the painting a lot. I like to trace when I'm done like this over, give these a little more character. And I'm going to shade that in a little bit more because shading is everything with these kind of things. You can have the most simple thing in the world. You shade it down in a certain way and it looks so much nicer. It really does. It's amazing how this works out that way. And I mean, I'm coming off pretty much a jaw surgery, and this is like probably the only thing keeping me sane. I haven't been able to really eat real food for a while. And the only thing I had looking forward to anymore was painting. And it is very exhilarating, and it does get you through things. But I decided I was doing boxes and different things, and now the poster board's better. But I'm thinking about trying to perfect this poster board art. I don't really see myself doing like those shaded mountains and landscapes and things like that. But possibly cartoon stuff could be in my future. It could. I think if I try to be that kind of artist that does realistic things, I think I may fail. With these character images, that I like fun little character things, but these seem to be vibing with me. What? Terra Destroyer. I don't understand all that. I'm just over here living my best life here. What, you bring this up here, over there. Make that. I want to do where like his heart was like one, like the different sizes. I might shape this out like this. It could be that finger there. So I want to kind of try to keep it nice and even. There we go. I want to shade it real good here. See, I don't want to really get into that other lining they had going on. I think it might take away from the piece. So make a green heart. I think that would be nice. Green heart go. Here. Just shade this in with a little bit of green. Because I feel it's a pretty Christmas color. And why be like everyone else? If you're like everyone else, you're boring. So I feel when I'm doing my art, I might as well try to express myself. But you gotta remember if you're gonna do this poster board stuff, you gotta kind of put your stuff in layers. It does look really nice, but it has to be in layers. So, you gotta keep that in mind. And I might just mix that with like another color. I might do a red with that. Because this is where the fun and poster board comes from. Start with that base, and then put the red over that. Kind of changes the shade of the red. Kind of makes it like a darker red, like if you put one over the other instead of just remixing it. You can admit a lot of artists do this just to get the contrast, I guess. Because look, you're getting all these different colors mixing together, and you're getting that nice faded effect right here. It's really nice. I wanted all the colors to come together, kind of like in that way. Yeah, that's really nice too. See, I'll show you how that here. Huh. Well, that's good. My stream shut off because of the computer, which is a good thing. And oh, the green. They're little grinchy hands, so we need green. I got plenty of green. I made a big stock of green too. So put this on here. start combing this. Sometimes, you know, you could go on with another layer too. Do this. Try to get, maybe not have the black so bold in certain areas and see how that appeals to me. Sometimes you gotta do stuff that appeals to you at the same time. Just working down the fingers here. And I like to go the same way when you like, if you're gonna go up and down, go up and down. I mean, it makes more sense, honestly. Because if people look at your little poster art, they're just gonna think you had a bad painting day or something. It's just like painting a house. You gotta go in one direction, or it just doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna go here again because I gotta darken up this area. And you kind of just kind of keep doing this with the poster board so you get the effect with the colors that you want. And it gives it that faded look because you want it to have the detail of the fade. That looks pretty good, I think. So I'll show you. See right here, see how the hands are faded out? And you take this area, you darken it up really nice, and it ends up coming out in decent shape. I kind of like with these darker tones, even with Christmas, to use like black where you would have used white if you're going to use dark colors for your poster art. So I'm going to go ahead and just add this area here. Because instead of little white, he's just going to, his fur is going to be black. Little black cotton ball stuff in his suit. Or her. But, like I said, you go in, just find your basic shapes, remember your geometry, and just kind of freehand it and put it on there with your little chalk, and this is what you can get. And see, that's pretty good like that. I like how that fades out. So I'll pick another color. Okay, I think we're going to go with red since it's Christmas. You know, why not have the Grinch with a little red suit for Christmas? So we're going to make this red over here. I'm going to try to blend it in with the other paint because I kind of want that faded out look. Because your paint's either going to come together like a blend or you're going to have to keep it separate. And you got to make that choice before you start painting. And I do make these choices sometimes. Here. Alright. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. But I'm just literally just kind of going, I'm just going straight this way. And I'm making sure I keep these lines going the same way. And you want, however you want people to look, at what angle you want more attention to is where you kind of fade in and out. So I kind of want people to be looking this way since it's this way. So you plan all your lines to go that way also. And I like the black paint because I can make some bolder colors from it. So yeah, I like the way that looks. And you could do that with doing that method. and I've been starting to do this method, and I like how this heart's looking already. See, those tattoo artists, they really would be good at something like this. But it's amazing how they could do it to people's skin. I don't think I could ever be a tattoo artist. That's a hard job. If any of you guys are tattoo artists, I give it up to you guys because that's like a super hard job. I don't know how I could put something this intricate on someone's body. And I really do give it up to these guys because it is hard to be a tattoo artist. I'd be watching those things on TV all the time. That LA Ink and everything. Those guys are really true artists. Anyone that doesn't think one of those guys are true artists are crazy. And I'm sure they can do really good with paints like this. Sometimes I get my ideas from watching them, but they do it on paper with pencils. But sometimes I get my ideas from those guys, like their different methods. And instead of pens and and just sketching out with just stuff that you can erase, I just use the chalk stuff. Because really it actually is a good method, and these guys are geniuses when it comes to sketch art, any tattoo artist, any of them. They're amazing in this way. I'm gonna let that sit before I do another little coating. As soon as I get this thick, I want one sleeve. I'll just mix this in now. Or it soaks in too much. I kind of like it like this. And I'm doing this because I want everyone to be looking this way when they look at it. And really, that if you think about it, how your eyes and everything work, there's a known study that if everything's symmetrical, that people will look at it longer. It's a psychology thing, but I think it was Sigmund Freud. I don't know, one of those. It was one of those case studies that the psychiatrists were doing. When they have you look at all those pictures and stuff. But I don't even know that person from Facebook. I couldn't tell you. Alright. I think I'm just gonna put Merry Christmas on this one. I'm gonna make this real simple. I'm thinking about doing two simple character things. I'm just gonna put Merry Christmas. I have good handwriting, so I don't really have to do all that other stuff. That's the one thing I have that I'm glad that I worked on when I was in Catholic school was my handwriting. I have very elegant handwriting, which helps me with these decorations and painting in general because I can make elegant letters without any help from anything. I can do it by hand. I cannot believe I did that. Oh, okay, if it's CHR. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to fix this because I think I was gonna put Mary Cheer. I'll fix that baby up. Alright. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go over that again. Alright, well, my technical difficulty I'm gonna have to try to fix, so I'm gonna put a layer of glue on there. This is what happens sometimes when you're a painter. Not everything's perfect. So I messed up this R, thought it was an E. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and put green on top of that. I'm gonna fix up these letters again. You could do that. I mean, not everything is gonna be perfect. That is such as life. Wouldn't be life if it was perfect. Sometimes through your mistakes, you learn, you get new beginnings, or you get better results. This might actually turn out to be a better idea because as I'm fixing that letter, the lettering is actually getting better for me, and it's looking better. Just fixing up, putting the green on top of this, and it is a better idea. Sometimes, you could, if you make a painting mistake, you could fix it even if it's black. Generally, it's easy when, well, actually, if you go too light sometimes or too dark, you always have that risk. So, I do actually have yellow paint, so what I'm going to do is paint this yellow a little bit. My little mess up here. And I like to keep a stock of paint that is the color of my canvas a little bit, just in case something has to be adjusted. And I'm going to put a base on here of this so it makes sense and it doesn't look like I made this horrible mistake. I have this paint that's yellow based. I'm going to put on the bottom this, save it a little bit. Maybe make a little frame out of it. A little box. I mean, it's your painting. You don't have to paint like everyone else. I mean, it's not necessary. You're your own person. You're here to, it's there to make you feel better. If you're having a horrible holiday and you had to work a lot like me, make your little, paint your little stuff for the house, and sometimes you find more enjoyment in that than going to that store all the time. So find these little things to buy that people want. And there's this family. I always try it. I have actually got a